Are you looking for the best smartwatches? In this video we will look at some of the 8 best smartwatches on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Best for iPhone owners. Apple went so far as to say the Apple Watch Series 10, 8/10, Wired recommends, has an all-new design. That's a stretch. This is the same looking Apple Watch we're all used to, but some notable improvements make it much more comfortable to wear. It's thinner and lighter, and the display is bigger. The 46mm model has a larger screen than the 49mm Apple Watch Ultra 2. This model also charges a little faster, and there's now a US FDA cleared sleep apnea tracking feature, which could be potentially life-changing. Batman will also appreciate the new jet black finish. The Series 10 is the best smartwatch right now. You get a broad suite of health features, like fall detection and the ability to measure electrocardiograms. The health tracking is top-notch, and there's so much you can do on this watch thanks to the wealth of third-party app support that's unrivaled. The real question is whether you even need the latest Apple Watch. Probably not. Even the Series 6 can take advantage of most of the features in watchOS 26. Apple also hasn't brought back blood oxygen sensing due to a patent dispute, and the Series 10 would have been the moment to improve on the annoyingly low 18-hour battery life. Ah well, maybe that'll change when these go to 11. Check out our best Apple Watch accessories guide if you want to see how you can change up the look of the watch with some snazzy straps. Specs. Sizing, comes in 42mm or 46mm sizes. Compatibility, iOS. Connectivity, cellular and Bluetooth/Wi-Fi options. Straps, proprietary. Number 2. Best Android Smartwatch. Google's Pixel Watch 3, 8/10, Wired recommends, is my favorite smartwatch for anyone using an Android smartphone. It's the prettiest smartwatch round, is superior to Square, and Google has refined the overall experience in this generation. You get reliable heart rate measurements, even during intense workouts, excellent sleep tracking, and other perks like fall detection. New to this model is loss of pulse detection, which can be critical in saving someone's life. It was cleared by the FDA for use in the US. Google also focused its fitness updates on running, enabling users to create custom runs and follow AI-powered run recommendations while getting feedback on cardio load, how hard your heart is working, and whether it's appropriate for your body. Some of this is hit or miss. Read my colleague Adrian So's experience using this while training for a 5K. The Pixel Watch 3 comes in 2 sizes, and I strongly recommend you go with the 45mm model, which doesn't even feel that big. It simply delivers better battery life, just about 24 hours with the always-on display, or a little more if you have it turned off. My favorite features are software-based. If you have Nest cameras, you can see live previews of video clips straight from the watch and even talk through the camera without a phone. The Pixel Recorder app is handy for recording conversations without holding your phone up. Auto bedtime mode on the watch automatically pulls the device out of sleep mode, so you won't wonder why you're not getting any notifications hours after waking up. And a recent update just added Gemini to the watch. It's just a shame this watch is not reparable. If you encounter an issue, Google will give you a replacement if it's within warranty. This is something we expect Google to address in the Pixel Watch 4. Number 3. Best for Samsung loyalists. Anyone with a Samsung phone will be best served with Samsung's Galaxy Watch 8 Series, 6/10, Wired review. I'm not a fan of the new squircle design, or the new proprietary straps, but this is one of the first smartwatches running Wear OS 6, and there are several nice improvements to the interface that make everything more glanceable. There's now access to the Gemini Assistant, too. Within the Galaxy Watch 8 series, there are 3 watches, a 40 and 44mm model, and the Watch 8 Classic, which is 46mm, and sports Samsung's iconic mechanical rotating bezel. You can physically rotate the bezel to scroll through the interface. My colleague Adrian tested the tiniest Watch 8 and saw disappointing battery life, but things fared much better for me on the Classic. I hit close to 2 full days on a single charge. I recommend going for the 44mm or the Classic. Samsung's health and fitness tracking features are spot on here, with reliable heart rate measurements, solid sleep tracking, and dual frequency GPS for accurate mapping. Samsung's automatic workout detection is also among the best. However, newer health features are of dubious helpfulness. The Ages Index, Samsung introduced in 2024, still doesn't offer much information about it, and the bedtime guidance is hidden away in a settings menu. New is the Antioxidant Index, which measures carotenoids in your blood to ensure you're eating healthy, but Adrian, who has a diet filled with antioxidant-rich berries and fruits, found it completely inaccurate. Vascular load is new in the Watch 8 series, and it measures the load on your vascular system, which is your blood vessels carrying blood throughout your body. It takes a lot of time to set up. You need to wear it 3 out of the last 14 days to get a result, and your watch needs to maintain proper skin contact during sleep. When it does work, it's a nice metric to be able to see. At least, it's nice to know that my vascular load is steady. Outside of that, it's hard to gauge what helpful information the watch will provide if it isn't steady. Right now, it just says to get plenty of sleep and physical activity, which, duh. There's a lot to like with the Galaxy Watch 8 series, just take some of these health features with a grain of salt. You should also remember that some features are limited to Samsung phones only, like the electrocardiogram and sleep apnea tracking. Specs. Sizing, comes in 40mm or 44mm sizes. Classic is 46mm. Compatibility, Android, some features exclusive to Samsung phones. Connectivity, cellular and Bluetooth/Wi-Fi options. Straps, proprietary. Number 4. Best battery life. Most smartwatches last a day, maybe a day and a half, before needing a recharge. Some watches can last longer, but they're often chunky. The OnePlus Watch 3, 9/10, Wired recommends, has a fantastic 5-day battery life. It's not a small watch, but it's not terribly thick. It employs a new silicon-carbon battery technology that can fit a denser 631 mAh cell without requiring a thicker body. This, paired with OnePlus dual-engine architecture that debuted on last year's OnePlus Watch 2, allows the smartwatch to sip the battery. I lost only 25% per day for 5 days wearing the Watch 3, which was amazing. This is a Wear OS smartwatch, so you get all the bells and whistles you'd expect on a smartwatch, including taking calls, talking to Google Assistant, and responding to notifications from all your apps. OnePlus has ramped up its health and fitness offerings this go-around, improving the heart rate monitor's accuracy thanks to better sensor placement and build materials, plus a bevy of new features including fall detection, irregular heart rate notifications, and wrist skin temperature sensing. There's also an electrocardiogram, but it's unavailable in the US and Canada. Still, the company has made strides here. It might not be my first choice if I wanted a health and fitness focused watch, but it delivers reliable results without needing to be charged every day, and that's more helpful than a dead smartwatch. For folks who may find the 47mm size comically huge on their wrist, OnePlus now offers a smaller 43mm OnePlus Watch 3. I've worn it for several weeks, even to bed, and I find it immensely comfy. The lugs slope down nicely, and the silicone 18mm strap is soft on the skin. It's slim, yet the 1.32-inch screen doesn't feel small. I tracked my health after a week of traveling in London, and my sleep and activity data were spot on. It's too bad battery life isn't as notable, though still excellent for a smartwatch of its size. I routinely got close to 2 days out of this smaller watch, though that's with multiple tracked activities. If you're not tracking a ton of workouts, it'll probably last 2.5 days on a single charge. Number 5. Best Fitness Watch. Fitness watches are typically not as sleek or simple to operate as more robust smartwatches, but the Garmin Vivo Active 6, 8/10, Wired recommends, bucks that trend. Wired editor Adrian So enjoyed the bevy of proprietary Garmin metrics on this fitness watch, from body battery to training readiness. There's a built-in GPS, a heart rate monitor, blood oxygen measurements, a sleep tracker, incident detection for personal safety, and 80 activity profiles to track workouts. Oh, and the watch lasted around a week on a single charge. On the smartwatch end, you can pair it with iOS or Android to see your notifications, but only Android users can respond to texts with the on-screen keyboard. You won't be able to access third-party apps, though. There's also Garmin Pay, so you can leave the wallet and phone at home and still check out at Starbucks on your way back from a run. Read our Best Fitness Watches guide for more recommendations. Number 6. Best Kids Watch. There are a lot of poor quality kids smartwatches, with potentially dangerous vulnerabilities. That's why we're more comfortable recommending the Fitbit Ace LTE, 8/10, Wired recommends. Google-owned Fitbit promises not to store children's health data for research, and it will delete location history after 24 hours and all health data after 30 days. This watch requires a subscription to Fitbit Ace, $10 per month, but that includes cellular connectivity, so you don't need to add it to your carrier's cellular plan. You can set contacts, and your kids can make phone calls and texts through the watch to the Fitbit Ace app, and they can share their location via Google Maps. Fitbit is bringing the gamified fitness tracking experience that adults are used to for kids with Fitbit Arcade, and there's even a Tamagotchi-like virtual character, Ija, your kids can take care of. These games are time-based, so your kids can hit their activity goals by completing them, and the parental controls let you set limits, like school time, which locks down many of the watch's features. It's a great way for your kid to go out and be independent, while also giving you the peace of mind of knowing how to reach and find them, without the problems that come with giving them a smartphone at such a young age. Number 7. Best for iPhone Weekend Warriors. Frequently escaping to the hills every weekend? If your activities often take you to remote areas in rough terrain, then it might be smart to pony up for the expensive, uber-durable, and gigantic Apple Watch Ultra 2, 8/10, Wired recommends. A bigger watch means a bigger battery. We got nearly 4 days with normal use. The Ultra 2 has better mics than the Series 9 to pick up your voice, an 86 decibel siren to alert your position to anyone nearby, and a more precise GPS to better track your hikes, plus help you find your way back with the backtrack feature. There's a spare customizable button on the left side called the Action button, which you can use to trigger an activity of your choosing. It's made of titanium, and the case rises up to protect the edges of the display, which is also covered with scratch-resistant sapphire crystal. The Ultra 2 screen can reach a crazy bright 3000 nits, a little overkill and only meant for extreme situations. The screen can display topographic maps, but you cannot view offline maps without an iPhone. This smartwatch has been updated with a new black finish and several water sports-related features. Specs. Sizing, comes in a 49mm size. Compatibility, iOS. Connectivity, cellular and Bluetooth/Wi-Fi options. Strap, proprietary. Number 8. The Calculator Watch. It's a calculator, on a watch. How much smarter can you get? Seriously, the buttons might be tiny, but you can calculate how much your tip will be when grabbing the bill at the restaurant, and everyone will marvel at your brilliance. This cheapo watch from Casio is a classic. It's comfy and lightweight, and you can cycle through a few modes, including a stopwatch, an alarm, and a second time zone. There's a 5-year battery life, and the fully automatic calendar goes through the year 2099, that's 15 battery changes. If you're interested in non-smart watches, Check out our best cheap watches under $1,000 guide. Specs. Sizing, comes in a 43mm size. Compatibility, none. Connectivity, none. Strap, 20mm quick release.